So much has happened since I last saw you. I lost my hammer, like yesterday, so that's still pretty fresh. And then I went on a journey of self-discovery, where I met you.
Thor Ragnarok is going to be the greatest Marvel movie ever. And I know it even before I watch it, because there are still few more days to the world premiere, and I'm so overexcited that today I decided to make a video what you need to know before you watch Thor Ragnarok. First of all, I would love to, as a lover of all mythologies, I would love to introduce you to the original context of those Norse myths, because Norse mythology is the greatest. That's why in this place I still highly recommend Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. This book is gloriously beautiful. This book is so fun and it's so greatly written. Oh my god, I'm talking about this book every single time I mention Norse mythology, because this is the one you need to read. But we have our two favorite characters back, Loki and Thor. And Loki, as my personal favorite, is a character we need to talk some more about, because in Thor Ragnarok we will have a main antagonist called Hela, and Hela, played by wonderful Cate Blanchett, is a slim, tall, dark-haired goddess wearing green and black. Does it sound familiar? Because for me she looks exactly like Loki. Why? Maybe. You may ask why. In original Norse mythology she is called Hel, not Hela, and she is Loki's daughter. She is Loki's and Angerboda, his giant wife, daughter. And she is, of course, the goddess of death, and she is half rotten. Half of her body is rotten and half is pretty, and she is she's described as a beautiful half-rotten woman, which is a goddess of death, of people who died from natural causes, and her kingdom is Niflheim. Who is she in the Thor Ragnarok's movie? We don't know, because basically in Marvel... Okay, first of all, Marvel Comic Universe and Marvel Cinematic Universe have its own rules, so everything is different. But in the original Norse mythology, Hel is Loki's daughter. But in the Marvel Comic Universe, I suppose, it's of course spoiler free because there are my own theories and I know nothing. Everything I'm talking about was released in the trailers, so it's basically spoiler free because you could see it. My theory is that Hela may turn out to be Loki's mother, because we never knew who his mother was. They look the same, they are basically just man and woman version of the same creature.
I said... Neil! Beg your pardon. Neil!
So, if she doesn't turn out his mother, I don't know then, because in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and in general, Loki and Thor are still treated like kids. They didn't have wives or girlfriends. Of course, Thor has this little affair thing with Jane, but they didn't get married at any point. So I highly doubt that she will turn out Loki's daughter. My guess is that she will turn out Loki's mother, but I don't really know. And they are pretty similar, really, not only in appearance. We may talk some more about Ragnarok. In every scene, in every trailer, in every material that was released from Thor Ragnarok, we have Thor and Loki fighting on the same side. But originally, Loki started Ragnarok and he just decided to destroy every single god of Asgard. So I don't know how it turns out in Thor Ragnarok, but for me it may be very interesting because in the trailers we can see gods of Asgard fighting with Fenrir, and Fenrir is another one of Loki's children. Probably we will see Jormungand, and this is this whole huge snake and he is Loki's child. That might be really interesting because I'm really curious how these characters will be shown to us, because yeah, anyway, Loki is a strange creature, and because of his character and what he does, he is a celebrity of LGBT community. Because, as we can see, for example, when this weird guy from Thor Ragnarok is flirting with Loki, this is weird.
Time works real different around these parts. On any other world, I'd be like millions of years old. But here on Sakaar,
this is weird and awkward, but we need to remember that Loki had his children with his wives, because he was just wandering around having different wives, this little giant Angerboda, or this little goddess Sigyn, and yeah, he also gave birth to Sleipnir, which was a mutant horse, and he just turned himself into a huge mare, like a lady horse, and gave birth to this Sleipnir beast. So sexuality of Loki is very, very hard to explain. That's why he is a tiny little pet of LGBT community, and it's so funny seeing all the theories they have. I love reading them. And this is the one fact that will ruin your fangirling lives. Loki's in Norse mythology is ginger. Yeah, but we may want to forget about it, because Loki as a dark-haired badass is good enough. I'm very curious how it all will turn out, because this is different than the original. This is very different, and I'm so impatient to see the movie. What's the best about the film is that we will have this Thor-Loki relationship again, and that's the best, because the sense of humor used between these two characters is the things that I love the most, because they really hate each other, but in reality they love each other. And Thor was always the stupid guy, and Loki was always this smartass, this rude smartass, and the dialogues between them are priceless.
Hey, let's do get help.
What?
Get help.
No.
Come on, you love it.
I hate it.
It's great, it works every time.
It's humiliating.
Do you have a better plan?
No.
We're doing it.
We are not doing Get Help.
Get help! Please! My brother's dying! Get help! Help him! Oh, classic.
Still hate it? It's humiliating.
No, not for me, it's not.
How it will end, we will all see November 3rd. And if you have any more questions about any kind of mythology, you of course may write me down in the comments, and I highly recommend reading this book before you watch Thor Ragnarok, because the whole Ragnarok concept is a very interesting concept, and it's always so fun. And it's always so cool to see the differences and the similarities. Oh gosh, this is such a fun for someone like me who really likes noticing small details. For example, this is not about Marvel Universe, but have you watched Vikings? And do you know who Floki is? Yeah, he is also very closely related to Loki. For example, in the punishment he got from Ragnar Lodbrok. This is Oh my god, the Norse mythology universe is so wide that you can find similarities everywhere. So if you are interested how it really looked like and want to spot the differences in the Thor Ragnarok, I highly recommend reading some more about it, and you will have so much fun. I'm telling you guys. Okay, so I hope you will share with me your opinions about the film itself when you watch it, and once again, I can't wait to see it. I just can't. I already know it will be the movie I will watch every night before I go to sleep, and I still haven't watched it. Okay guys, if you liked the video, give it some love and see you in the next one. Bye.